What would you like to know?
Everything. I want to know everything.
Why?
Why do I want to know about your son? Because he killed mine.
It's not our fault, Richard.
Oh,
Hi,
my
Jeff.
goodness. How's it going over there?
It's going great. Hi, Ann. Hi, Reed. Good
Hi.
afternoon. Ann, I just want to say hello to you again. We met at the Critics' Choice Awards a couple years ago, and you were just so sweet. So thank you so much for being so kind to me when I was there.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sure you were the same.
Oh, it's those award shows can be crazy, and you were just
I know.
so gracious.
You're holding on for dear life.
Well, thank you, Will, for talking to me about Mass today. What a hard-hitting drama. Totally caught me off guard about two sets of parents meeting in an effort to move forward after a mass shooting tragedy. And what was your reaction when you first read the script? Because this is an actor's project, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. So, as we've said, all of us, there was no way to say no. The answer was surely a yes. I'm sorry, you probably wouldn't put it that way.
No, but people did say no. That's the thing that's crazy about it.
Oh, you better spill on that. But more importantly, the real hope and wish and prayer that, I'll just speak for myself, I could land and live in that place where Linda lives long enough to shoot it in a way that was honest and respectful and like that. Can I do it? Was the worry. I mean,
Right. It's just, I can only imagine for the viewer, the emotional roller coaster, but memorizing that and living those characters, how an emotional drain it must be for you. And, but Reed, the session to heal, forgive, and move forward. Richard is defensive, though, isn't he?
Yes, he's one of the brilliant things about the script is you've got four completely different perspectives about this event and how each person responds in a different way. And Richard, I think, probably is overcome with guilt that perhaps he hadn't been a great father or a present father, and that in not being present and being obsessed with work, perhaps that contributed. I think he takes it very personally. He says in the movie, "I regret everything," which I think says a lot about how he's living his life right now. And so, as I've come to realize, he shows up in a coat and tie, which is really armor for him. As a nice WASP guy, he's gonna have the uniform that protects him.
Well, the men make it political while the wives are trying to talk about emotional healing. So there's definitely a different.
You're absolutely right. Yep.
And because, Anne, your character, when she said, "I raised a murderer," I think that was the turning point for me. With her character. I mean, that just caught me off guard when not only did she admit it, but seeing the perspective from, we always think about the victims or the shooter's parents is just, they're forgotten or they're blamed along with the tragedy, which I think is wrong. And I think it opens a door to discussion to say, look, she raised a murderer, but she doesn't see where that she could have gone wrong.
yeah, that's the.
Everybody's doing the best they can, and then something happens, and suddenly everything is in doubt, and you parse over every minute that happened before that, and you think, well, maybe I wasn't doing the best I can. That's another aspect that's so brilliant is you've got these four ordinary people who are suddenly thrust into an extraordinary circumstance.
And Fred Franz is a first-time director and feature. What a complicated, brilliant first effort. But was there any improvisation? Because I know when it comes to a dramatic scene like that, did he let you go at certain moments, or is it all the written word?
It is the written word. We had no desire to improvise.
Yeah, would never have occurred to us.
And it would have felt wrong and disrespectful because what was written was the truth.
We had 2.5 days of rehearsal 3 weeks before we shot, where we went through the script all together and asked questions about, what do I mean by this? And would I say this? And could I say this instead? So there was some very slight adjustment early on. But once we arrived in Idaho, we said the words as written.
We learned what, it wasn't easy. I remember times when there were long stretches of speaking where just had to relax and realize, okay, I'm going to have to find that. Because, of course, the last thing you want to do in those beautifully written scenes is go here for the line.
Right.
You don't want to be taken from here to there. So, a lot of trust and a lot of
And also, like
faith
life, the conversation would often turn on a dime in the movie, and so you'd have to find a way to navigate your way through those twists and turns, so that you could remember them. But the writing was so good; it was a thrill to work on, and it was a thrill to learn those lines, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm just stuck on that. I raised a murderer. Breaks my heart to think of it.
I know, and I wonder if she's ever. Of course, she thinks it every day, but I wonder if she's ever said those words before.
Oh, I imagine so.
You
To
do?
herself.
Oh, yeah, but out loud to people,
I don't
Well,
think so.
I think and they're going to use this movie as therapy. I wish we didn't need a movie like this for that very reason. But I
Yeah.
think people will turn to this movie for guidance and for healing. So
It isn't
thank
the
you.
most natural thing to, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
It isn't the most natural thing to let one's defenses down. On instinct, we protect. On instinct, we hold our point of view as the way forward. I think we were put in a circumstance where our lives were then broken. And so, anyway,
It's uncharted territory for
there,
everybody.
yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
Well, they're wrapping me up here. We could,
Sorry.
this is fine. Emotional all around. Thank you both for joining me today. Congratulations on a hard-hitting film and best of luck with the film.